Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Cosmoteer. By special request, we have been requested to make sure we do more Cosmoteer content, or at least showcase all of the community ships. So let's go ahead and let's dive right on into this. Alright, let's come over here, let's clear everything out. Now we have a whole bunch of ships in here. And some of the ships, we'll just start off with Salute, Unexcited. Welcome. We'll start off with this one here. Passer Domesticus. Someone that joined us recently on Discord. He's created a bunch of interesting ships that he shared with us. This actually looks like a really neat ship. And thank you, Unexcited, for helping to put these all in. On School, welcome. Let's go ahead and shave this ship's design. Let's put it in. I'm just going to create a new one. And we're just going to call this October. And then we'll create a new folder in October, and we'll call this one the 1010 one. 10-10-2023. There we go. And make it easier, just like how you have it organized. I like it. Thank you, Unexcited, for helping me streamline this a lot better, collecting all the ships from Discord, because there's a lot. Oh, this is live? Have I finally caught a live Cosmoteer stream? You have caught a live stream Cosmoteer stream. Yes, Aki Fox. This is an interesting ship. Hold on, I'm interested. I'm very interested to see this. 630,000? Hold on. I'm interested. 630. How does it do versus something like this? It's kind of neat. It reminds me kind of like a heart. You know, like a heart. Maybe that's not what it was meant to be, but... Okay, that's not a fair representation, but... It's still a cool ship. Let's take a look at it again. Whoa, to put it under my ships, under October. I'll put it in this folder right here. Alright. So 80 crew, 630,000. Let's take a look on the inside. I feel like some of these guys, I like how this point defense is there. There's one facing this one facing this way. It's kind of interesting. I feel like you have too many doors on these engine rooms, though. Doesn't that feel like too many doors to you? That's too many doors. Right? Like, why is there a door here? And why are there doors here? Why is there even a door to this engine room? That doesn't... And I see the door for here for these why are there 3 hatches all next to each other? That's kind of weird. I usually just lurk in the Discord out of posting some of my ships there. Go ahead, post your ships. There's a lot of people there to help. Rocky Fox... Cosmoteer is not my main game, but there's definitely a lot of people there to help. And if you ask me specifically look at a ship, and if I have time, I'll definitely come in and look at it. Alright, as for all these doors, you don't need all those doors, and you don't need a double door here. Just like you don't need a double door there. And like these, why are there so many doors here? I would just have the corner one there for that one. I guess there's a fire extinguisher there. I guess you don't really need that door. Okay, you just saved yourself some money on some doors. You have hatches up here. I don't know why there's 3 hatches here. You only have 2 hatches there. You don't need this many hatches there, personally. But the design is pretty neat. Here, let's save this ship. We'll do it at 1.1. We'll throw it in here. Pastor is relatively new. Yeah, we haven't looked at all of his ships, but whenever you get to watch this, Pastor, what's his name? Passer Domesticus, a new person that joined Discord, you'll be able to see there's things you should change. And then there's all these different crew members sitting around. Yeah, we need another ship to fully test it. Another ship to throw stuff at it. Here. I think this ship right here will probably be a good test against it. Yeah, this one's probably going to actually win versus this one. But what it's going to do is it's going to show us where its weakness is. So you see how crew's still sitting there? Right here, there's crew still sitting around. And you see how this ship just ripped that one apart? This ship is a good test, and you can see this cost is way less crew. But look how it can just come through and it can just rip this ship apart. Just by how it's designed. And you see how it comes over here and it just... And then you have that weak point right there. So here's a weak point for you, Passer, on this ship. You see how they're aiming toward this ship? This is a weak point toward here. So you're probably going to need smaller shields to layer stack in here as well to protect your generator. Because you see these generators right here? Although the ship looks cool, this is the first target someone's going to go to. Or this one's going to be the first target. And once this goes down, the whole ship goes down. As you can see. So, something to think about. Maybe you need to redesign. Maybe add in a bunch of more smaller shields. Now, I know I removed all the doors and everything on a different version, but that's my recommendation for that ship. Let's come over here. Let's bring in another one. Now, I remember he did put in Discord, and that was a while ago. Forgive me for not really getting to it. This is a Railgun design ship. I believe that a lot of people collaborated with him to put together suggestions, such as adding armor and other things to it. We'll put it in here. Let's just see how it performs. Lots of unneeded doors, passes, really new. We haven't redefined all of his designs yet. Very interesting. Railgun design. I don't even know how fast it flies backward, but it looks... I think this one looks far more optimized, honestly, just looking at it. How much does this thing cost? Look how fast it turns. What is another ship we can test this against? Is there another one? He has a bunch of Railgun designs. We could test them against each other. Oh, I didn't know you could throw it right in there. That's even better. I don't have to load it in. I can load it in right into the battle design. Nice. I didn't know you could do that. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I just found that out. You don't have to save the ship. You can come over here, go straight to the battle helper, remove this, add a ship in, come over here, just drag it right in, and it just drops it right in. That's nice. I like this feature. It's even better. Then I don't have to hit the save ship. It saves on time. These are all these different designs that he had. Multiple different railguns. Now you see this right here? The big shield's nice and all, but when facing another railgun ship, the shield's not going to last very long unless you have more shields layer stacked, or I don't know what the whole design was for. Do you see how fast it flies backward? Here's my biggest concern with these ships. Right? So it's a 2 million ship. A 2 million ship should technically be able to face something like this. And I believe you can if you use this as a real fan. But what I'm going to test here is its speed backwards. He goes 92 backwards. But you see right here? This ship does catch up to it. So if you're going to fight in a PvP or something like that, you're going to go even faster backwards. My variants are different. Do I have the wrong variants? Let's take a look at a different one. October. Let's look at this bigger one. 1.4. Okay, so this one's a lot cheaper. This one gets a bigger pickup of going backwards. It only goes 88 backwards though. It has lots of miniature shields. I like this. I like this cool design in the front actually. See how it has much more protection in the front? This one feels more armored in the front. And I like the spatial armor on the sides too. The short version. This one would this one would have a lot harder chance if I was controlling it manually. I mean, versus this. So if you were using this as a true rail fan and were to shoot through like this down the straight, this one would do far more. I like the shorter version. The armor on the front definitely plays a huge fact. See, if you were to do this like this, right? And then if I wanted to, I can come over here and I could do the battle helper. I could remove this one. And then I come over here. And if I really wanted to play it myself, I would come over to my ships. October. I'd pull in this one like this. Make it just far enough away. Okay, we'll unpause the game. Hold on, I actually need to make sure that these are fire at... Is it reversed? Either way. I need to control click. Are these fire? Control shift. Whoops. Control shift, control shift. And these should be not fire well, these should be fire at target. I don't have this one selected. Should be fire at target. Now I should technically be able to do something like this. Turn it around. Sorry, I'm pausing it because I haven't played this game in a while. It's not T, I don't want T, I want R. Rotate right, rotate left. I want to aim for the back. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm hitting the R key, I'm rotating left. For those that are new, rotating right, rotating left. There you go. So it still sustains some damage. I'm not controlling it to its best of its abilities. I was just showcasing that this railfan should and could have defeated something like this. It still took some time because it only has 4 rails. But if you had 6 rails, you'd be able to take out this entire ship without you ever coming close. 6 rails is a good baseline to actually do enough to fight things around the same level. So if you're fighting at this one, this is 1.4 million. But if you just added, made it a little bit wider and added 2 more and or stack these a little bit closer together. Pastor Damascus did join. Let's see. The honestly unextended version of the ship is way better. That's my short version. It's not optimized. Have you already taken a look at my latest design? Which one's your latest design? Here, tell me which one's your latest design. Is it this one? Or is it this one? Is it this one? You tell me. You tell me, Pastor Damascus. The last one? Okay, so this one. This is your latest design. Okay, the 2 million one. This is the one that I did look at. Now you notice the bigger difference right here? You don't have enough frontal armor. If a ship catches up to you, which a ship can, such as for example this ship right here, you notice it just takes out this other ship. No, the almond one? Oh, okay. Different ship, other ship. The last one? Oh, this one. Okay, let's do that. So I also noticed when you have the battle helper over, you can come over here and just load it in just like that. It's perfect. I like that way better. It speeds up time. No, I haven't looked at this one. We're looking at this one right now. I don't even know the cost on this. Well, how much was this thing? Okay, this is not a fair representation. Let's face it, for something else that was in the, I think it was a 600,000. That's okay. That would be a much more fair representation. Okay. Lots of armor. I like the ions on this. It's like a very slow tanky ship. Well, let's see what kind of damage it's doing to the other ship. I like the shield placement. Okay, in an actual real game, there's no way for these guys to get in there, so you probably need to add hatches. Has access here. Same thing like here in the back in the real game, there's no way for them to access this. So if you were trying to resupply, I know the hatches are here, but you have no access back here. So for PvP, it's a pretty neat ship. 7,200. Let's just go for something else that's maybe in the same class range. Something with ions. Even this would have actually interesting chance against this. Because this is just straight ions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you should be able to blast right through this. But you see here, here's the biggest problem. You see this ship right here? You're having semi-turning problems? Not really, but you are. The tankiness is huge though. But you see how this one's able to maneuver around? Where this one, if you get flanked from behind, I see the weak point from behind. But you see how this other ship's be able to move out of it and this one's having a little bit harder time turning? Because your ship's probably very, very, very heavy. We're going to see what kind of damage it does. So you see how this one still is able to fire and get going? And then this right here. I shouldn't have been able to win. This ship should not have been able to win if this ship was a little bit more optimized. Because you can see right here, price and cost. It costs more or less crew. But what you should be able to do is you should be able to win versus 2 pure energy ships. Now, this one just has more maneuverability. That's the only difference. Where this one you have all this extra protection, but you might need a little bit more boosters to make it move a little bit better. Now if he stays locked in like this and you don't actually move, I'm pretty sure if it goes through there, but you see right here, this ship keeps moving on purpose. And its maneuverability, you don't have enough time to correct. And by the time you correct, see how it's trying to go over here and you're taking time to correct? I already won. So you see right here, it's too heavy. You need more maneuverability. That would be mine against that one. And those are Passer Domesticus ships. Let's move on to... I uploaded another version with more engines. Where did you put it? Just put it in Discord at this moment. I can grab it directly from Discord. Unless I have to go look for it inside the SharePoint. You put it in the drive? I don't have it up right this second. I'm looking. Perfect, he put it there. So let's save this image. Let's put it here. Let's open another one of these. Let's put it over here. Let's go over here. Oh, I don't want to put it there. Go back one. Passer Damascus. Let's go over here. One more almond-shaped chip. All right. Let's rip this one out. Let's go over here to this folder. Not old. October 10th. I love this feature where it just adds it right in there. That's perfect. All right. Ooh, this one's definitely lighter. But your back is exposed. But what I'm seeing here is you'll be able to correct a lot faster. See how I move? This one was able to see how it can correct a lot faster. That's what you should be able to do. Well, if you add more weight on the back, unexcited, be careful because you see you have to correct quick enough so that the shields don't come back up. Because if the shields come back up quick enough, you can see right here, it still takes it out. Because this ship right here has so much maneuverability. And maneuverability in the game, like Zone's found out in PvP, is king. If you can maneuver around, you can fly around, even though all the armor, if you can't maneuver another player, then you'll still lose. Yeah, thrust is key. Let's take a look at this. But I like how it's optimized. This one actually looks cooler. I like all of this. I like all of that. The shields, though. Because then you can flank and all that one. Yeah, here's the biggest thing is you can flank behind this one. So like, even if we were to take the original one, the other one that has lots of armor, let me show you another weakness as it has too, because it doesn't turn very fast, right? You bring in the original one that Pastor Damascus put in. And let's say, for example, let's pull in some damage dealers. So let's pull in 2, 4, just even 3 of these guys. And watch what it does here. I don't know if these 3 little guys will win, but the flanking ability that these 3 small little guys will cause on this will cause some issues. And you see right here, he's having a hard time turning, where these other ships can literally just fly around outside of his everything. And now you're having problems. You see these little ships? They can fly around, they can flank, they have tons of maneuverability. Now if he stays in the front, you see how he has a hard time turning around? And then if you come over here and do these different things, you see how the ship's having a hard time with 3 smaller ships? Like if we were to just speed this battle up, I don't think these little tiny ships will sustain too much damage. Maybe they will if they stay long enough. I guess it did eventually win because it has a ton of armor. But you see, if you had other ships that are over here and they're just flanking from all these different sides, it does have really good armor all around it. So, interesting design. Pastor Damascus, it does pass the tiny ship test. It does pass that test. I honestly thought the 3 little ships might have been able to do a little bit more damage to the back, but you have so much armor on it, it passes this little tiny ship one. So, that's pretty cool. Alright, anything else you want me to look at for Pastor Damascus? If not, I think we'll move on to the next one. Shell. Isn't this Hosip stuff? Hosip, I don't know if you joined yet. I'm pretty sure you're Shell. I think it's my best design yet. Painted in Grand Admiral, and it does pretty good. I think this is going to be this is definitely a pretty good ship. I agree with you there, Pastor Damascus. This is a pretty good ship. When you get to the higher tier stuff, though, I think you'll have some problems. So, for example, missiles and other things, or projectiles, you have no real defense against projectiles on this ship. So once you get to the higher tier on Grand Admiral, you'll run into some problems. As well as maneuverability and time it takes to get to things. Let's come over here, let's dump these out. Let's add another ship in. I'm liking how I found this cool feature. Add that in, come over here, drag the ship in. Pull in 2 of them. Wow, what is this? I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty neat. That's very neat. I like it. It's 2 ships combined into one, he says. How much does this thing cost? Okay, I have to see this because this is just cool.
Dad,
Yes, kid?
see what it is.
I think this ship would actually probably win versus... I don't know. Let's test it versus 18 crew, 18 crew. I know the cost is even cheaper, but... I think the only thing it's missing is disruptors. You stick disruptors on this thing and it's two starter ships combined together. Hold on. You got me curious now.
See, that's how the toilet works. That's how. See, look. That's how the toilet works.
That won't work.
That's how the toilet works.
You want me to watch to see how the toilet works?
Yeah.
Well, let me finish this first and then I'll come watch toilets with you, okay? I know, I'm just changing it just a tiny bit. I'm just curious. I'm curious. October 1.1. Unless you have dedications, then I have to really look into this a little bit more. Okay, so if you add disruptors to this thing, were the operators to the lasers as well?
One.
Double check these operators.
Can I have candy now?
Disruptors. Okay, here. You want to learn numbers?
Yeah, those numbers.
Okay, show me. What number is this?
2.
Okay, what number is this?
1.
What number is this?
No, this one.
I know you know what number this is. What number are these two?
5.
And what's this one?
6.
It's a 3.
3.
I know, 5 and 3 look similar.
5. 3.
Okay, you can have a candy. I need to add the dedication.
Can I have this candy?
Yes, you can have that one. Go ahead.
How do I get out?
Double check to see if this. Okay, there's no power. Okay, perfect. Once you add disruptors to this thing.
Can you help me?
Not enough armor. Still, it's cool. It still looks cool. Now it's a single ship by itself, but it's on fire.
How me do it?
I don't. Is there a fire extinguisher? Yeah, I'll be. There it is. Yes. Save this one for later, okay? Alright. Well, it didn't do exactly what I want. Replace one laser on each side with a disruptor, maybe? Oh, that's exactly, yeah. Aki Fox is exactly what I was thinking. I mean, it's still... I have to save it again. I didn't actually add the dedications. Operator... You have to be there. Let's resave the ship because they were not fully optimized at the time. Let's resave it just like that. Now the operators will be where they're supposed to be positioned. Okay, see the operators, and now these guys will be closer to be able to fund more energy. I like it. It's still cool. You see how the 2 extra people, it makes a big difference when you're fighting like this. It almost got all the way through to here. But cost-wise, you can see right here, it's a lot cheaper. Right? It's 116 and this is 191. I still love the idea and the concept. It just, my other ship has more firepower. And the reason why my other ship has more firepower is because I have a big laser and 2 small ones. And then I have more armor, technically, in the front. Compared to this one that has armor on the sides. So what you could do here, just a tiny bit more changes to make it even more effective, is you can come here and you could change this and we could add just a tiny more, one more layer of armor. And then add in something like this. And all of a sudden, your ship then becomes even more powerful. Because this all it needs is just a tiny bit more armor. And then we do 1.2. And you see it still costs us cheaper. But the idea and the concept behind it, look at this. And all of a sudden, and we're worried about the armor to ratio. You can see how they're aiming here. I added too much armor for the lasers and now they're shooting straight for the command deck. So it was just a little too much armor. Restart that. I want them to aim at the shields. So what we're going to do here is we're going to remove just a tiny bit more armor, just like this. We'll see if that's enough. Resave it. Give this another go. Okay, restart battle. Go. Can you put in a...
Daddy?
Alright, you see there? That's still low enough armor, but it should give it just a little bit extra.
Uh-oh. My God. Is it broken?
Yeah, it broke. I don't know. Still not a fair advantage, but you can see how the armor, just a tiny bit more armor, it gives it a little bit more.
You fix it.
I'm actually interested instead to do it that way.
You
Hold
fix
on.
it, Daddy.
I am gonna fix it here. Let me rebuild it. What I want to do is instead of this, like this, is I want to pick this up and duplicate like that. I want to see what this does. Does that still cause the AI to go face it somewhere else? What does the AI think of that? No, see, it still thinks it as one block.
What?
So even though I reversed it, we just increased the armor by double,
No, it broke again.
but the AI is still aiming at this.
It's broken again.
Yeah, I know, but we're watching it.
It's not working.
It is working. We're watching the ship right here. This ship's gonna win now. Or it should. This ship should win.
The engine is broken.
There, see, we won. And all I did was, you see how the armor difference?
I gotta make the tall tower.
Oh, okay. Here, let me set you up with another show. There. Watch this one.
You look at this.
Okay, I'm watching for a second. It's plumbing engineering, huh?
No, see?
Oh. But yeah, just like how Hosa said right there, interesting AI. So really, it really is a play on armor. But you see how the AI changed completely? And all I did was reverse these blocks right here, and it makes a huge difference on what the AI is actually shooting at, because it still counts as one. That counts as one, and that's why layer stacking like bricks also helps as well with armor to everything else ratio. But you see how it makes a huge difference. I don't think it will win all the time, but you stand a much better chance now with just a tiny bit more armor. It's still cool. I see, you're looking at plumbing. That's actually interesting with the split fork plumbing. And then it goes down, yeah, it goes down the pipe. And then it goes down to the sewer, yep. And then the tank fills back up. That is so true. Alright, let's move on to the next ship. What is this, Downfall ship? Where's Downfall? 4.4 million? I don't have another ship that I can face with 4.4 million. I haven't gotten that big, but this is big. This is, and I don't know who painted. Did you paint this one, Hosip, or did Unexcited paint it? Or has not really painted yet? Look at this thing rip things apart. Oh, it's even got... It's even got these cannons in the bottom. This thing is massively cool. I love the name Downfall. Takes ages to paint. This thing's huge. I bet this thing blows apart other shit. Hold on, I'm interested now. Let's take. Okay, I know it just blew up itself, but if you take this ship and we were to come over here and we were to look at, I don't even know what to say versus something like this. This is an Orion. I'm pretty sure this will blow an Orion away with the cost and everything else. Because this reminds me of what Orion, but it looks way cooler. Way cooler.
Daddy?
And there's even this thing right here. It makes it look like this fluctuating, like,
Daddy,
Power is fluctuating in between it.
look at my tower.
Look at your tower. That's cool.
My tower is... What happened to my tower?
I'm taking it down.
But what's the big tower?
It is a big tower. You're gonna rebuild it? Go ahead, rebuild your tower. I don't know. It looks like the Orion might win. No, it didn't win.
Oh no!
Oh, you even have flat cannons over here.
My God! My God!
All right. That's cool. That's a cool shot. I don't even know what to say about it. You want me to even look at the internals? I don't even know what to say. Besides, huge, big, and scary. You even have point defenses on the side. Look at this. This monster of a beast. I guess it does have some back-end protection maybe issues. So if a bunch of smaller ships came in, they changes the paint. Downfall is honest one of the coolest ships I've seen so far. There's some other cool ships too, but Downfall is definitely a cool ship. I think it would have some problems versus ships flanking, or exactly like Osip said, ramming ships. Like if we were to come over here, and if I were to take a bunch of other smaller ships, like even these small little tiny fast ships. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do 10. I don't know how much that costs, but I know it's cheaper than what he has. If you do 10 of these small little tiny itty bitty ships and face it versus something like this, how does he do? If they were to just get behind him. I've never done 10 of these small little ships. You see how 3 of them just got stuck to each other? All it needs is one shot to get everything off. But this is what I was expecting. But you see the turning ability? This ship, even though it's big, it has cool turning ability. Your maneuverability on this one, Hosip, is very impressive. To keep all the ships actually in front of it and not behind. Yeah, that's what I wasn't expecting. Is you see how much maneuverability he has? Even though it's big and it looks heavy, his movement going backwards, his movement going side to side, and everything else is pure amazing. So he doesn't need a ton of armor in the back as long as he's controlling it properly. Almost half the cost is in engines. Yeah, you have so many engines on here, but literally it has so much movement that this is an impressive ship. For 4 million, see how much movement it has? Because these little tiny ships, they don't fly slow. They fly at 100. Now I know they're getting stuck on each other, but they fly very fast. Honestly impressive. So then instead of just doing all these, remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these and add in an actual like fleet like you would. Add in 2 of these. How do you do versus something like this? Can you actually make a saucer pyramid type ship that has lasers in every direction work in this game? Possibly. It's an interesting concept, but you see right here, when you get a main battle fleet, and then you have ships that actually can go from behind. Now this ship's gonna aim at this one now, because it just blew apart this one. Or it should. If it doesn't aim to this next big ship, this ship's gonna hit it from a side. Even if you do damage back here, he has it sectioned off, so it's pretty good. It's an impressive ship. Downfall. I like it. I like it a lot. Really, really cool. That's a cool ship. I'll probably work on something like that soon. Yeah, Aki Fox, go ahead. Work on the ship and then put it in our Discord and we'll have people look at it if you like. We'll add another ship here. Okay, let's go to the next one. We have another small itty bitty. I just put it in the wrong folder. It's okay. I'll put it here. This looks like a starter ship. I bet this is the starter ship just without the... Huh. It's a cute little starter ship. It even has storage. I would change something on here though. The thing that I would change is your airlock. This right here should be by your storage. You just reverse it. And the reason why behind that is so when they come back in, they easily can get to the storage or get out of the storage. So if they have to pick anything up, they can go out and then come back in instead of grabbing it from here and going all the way around the ship to resupply and supply. So the only thing is, you see how the fire extinguisher is on this side? This should be on this side of the ship for cargo, for unloading and loading if you're doing for everything else. So all I do is replace it. And see right here, this will allow them to grab cargo, go out, sell it to the space station, and come back, and then easily be straight to it, if you're gonna do that. And switch crew quarter with cargo. Switch crew quarter with cargo. That would even be better. No, I like it as the unexcited. If you take the crew and put the crew over here and put the cargo there. Well, oh, you're right. If you put the crew there, then you stop. Yeah, you're right. Then you won't have booster. You won't be able to do the boosters. It blocks the engines. Still, it's a cool starter ship for Star Right. So the cheapest amount you can do. That's a cool starter ship. All right, let's come over here. Let's clear these out. Let's move to the next one. Rammer Concept B. I don't know what to say about this, but this looks deadly. And I know how deadly rammer ships are. I think it's gonna sit here for a while as they fight each other with the shields and everything else. So the real test would be if you have a 300,000, if I were to take another ship, even this ship I don't think stands a chance against it. Because of its ramming capabilities. Look at this thing ram. Maybe it does stand a chance? Depends on what the AI is shooting at. Yeah. I think the biggest problem is the focus fire can't be in the middle, because that's what it's aiming for. So if they were just firing straight on, interesting concept there. Very interesting concept. One of the engines right here doesn't have power. And you have guys sitting in bunkers back here because they're operators. I see that. Here's the question for your operators, though. If your operators were also dedicated to the engine rooms, so when you start losing cannons, and if they had a secondary job to actually supply the engine rooms with energy, which you have operate, then they wouldn't just sit there and do nothing once you lost cannons, and then they could actually supply energy to the engine rooms, because you have enough energy to do that. What I mean by that is, let me just show you. Where is it? There you are. If you were to come over here, okay, those are there, and then you have your operators there. Okay, so your operators are not actually dedicated. Interesting. And if you were to do edit the role and you were to just add in, I'm actually curious. If you make them at least a 4, will they supply the engine room with power? Because you have 2 operators sitting back here doing I don't know what. You see this engine? It keeps going out of power. The AI is definitely weird with cannons. Oh well, I don't know what to say about the ramming ship besides it's definitely a cool ramming ship concept. Just add a deck cannon, 2 deck cannons on this thing, and it would be very devastating. It's the same thing with lasers as well, unexcited. I've tried to add disruptors fixed on a fixed point, and the disruptors will always go back to the same thing. Because I've wanted disruptors when you hide disruptors behind something. So just like you're thinking right there, Osip. Where's my Ghost Shock? This one right here. I wanted these right here. I wanted the Ghost Shock to have it so that these disruptors right here actually targeted and aimed at this point. But just like you think, see right here, it resets it as well. So for whatever reason, lasers and anything else besides ion beams will reset the position of firing. Because I would just want disruptors just to fire straight every time. Put it in Discord now and I'll try to pull them in, Hosep, if you found some ships that are not in. Alright. Turtle Tipper. Turtle Tipper, Turtle Tipper. Turtle Tipper, Turtle Tipper. Flyer ship. Where did it go? Here it is. Flare. A flare. I think Turtle Tipper is also brand new as well. Turtle Tipper. It's got missiles in the back. That's kind of weird to have the factories here to have them supply missiles this way. Like, why have 2 medium generators right there? Turtle Tipper. And then what you probably should have up here is power capacitors. Somewhere up here, you see how this one's not firing? And these are not firing. See how there's energy problems up front? So to optimize this, you just have to, and then why are there doors over here? Okay, so your engine rooms are here. Let me just do the few minor changes that would make you a little better. This doesn't need doors. Okay, you don't need any other doors on those. You should put capacitors probably up here at least. Silly rabbits. Stop firing at me. Okay. I I think you should put at least something like around there. It's layer stacked, interestingly. Huh. Does he really only have doors? Okay, he really only has doors on one side, so they come up this way like that. So who's supporting on this side? What an interesting concept. Okay, I see what he was doing. Then you have just like that. Why does this have doors on both sides too? Okay, who made those ships, Joseph? A bunch more ships that are in there. Ah, the ship's blowing up. There's a lot of things that could be improved on here. And then like this right here, I don't know why you have two. You only need one. And then this could be closer to here. Like this is, I would take this, I would move this to here. Like that, I would remove, I would get rid of this one. And or even just put the generator. Like if you still wanted this generator, you could still be there. Right? Yes, it's a longer walker to get supply, but then the missile factory will actually start shooting a lot faster. And then, do you have crew dedications? No. Do you have crew? This is dedicated though, power. Interesting power distribution. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I mean, if you still wanted to keep the reactor, I don't think you would need the reactor like that. But I would change this like this. You can change this to here to have the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whoops. 1. Is that offset? It is. Okay, whatever. That's that way. And then these should probably be supplying to that as well. And that way it's a little bit better, or should be. 1.1. In theory. Layer 1.1. There, now the missiles are right next to it, see? And then this should supply faster. I didn't fix the doors on those. Right? Because you should have doors on the corners. There you go. The missile people, see how there's nobody dedicated to that, so we're not missiles firing right. It recharges a lot faster though. But you should have people dedicated to the missiles and not move. I probably broke all the optimizations by moving things around. Or if his ship is still working better, maybe I screwed it up. Maybe I screwed it up. For whatever reason. Such an interesting, weird design. But supposedly his original works better. Give it one more shot. It is very top heavy. It's very top heavy, but it's cool. It's a cool design. These point defenses are also interestingly placed as well. I guess it reminds you of a turtle because it's a turtle. It's a turtle, right? Turtle tipper? Turtle tipper? The Turtle Trooper tried to incorporate all the tips we gave him. I don't think he did a bad idea. He did pretty good. Yeah, it has a good shape. I agree. And he has speed on it. So he has all of these different boosters and everything else in it. So it's still pretty cool. Okay. Kind of a stalemate-ish. I mean, there's not huge improvements. There's a few other things I'd change on it too, right? Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, why is there a door there? Why is there a door there? Why are there doors here? This needs a door here. That needs a door here. I have no idea why there are door here's. And I think the only thing is he's missing walkways. Now that I'm looking at this, he has no walkways. Hold on. You gotta add walkways, right? How are these people moving? They're going down this way and going up this way, so you should add walkways going up and walkways going down on your double corridors as best you can. You need doors on all your reactors on the corners. That will speed things up a lot. He has a door there, okay. This is there and there. You can have it in and you can have it out for this. And then you can have people going around circles like this. So if you do this, and then you can add a walkway. And then you can say this is going in a circle. Right? This can be up. That can be up. This can be left. This can be... No, that won't work for that. That sucks. But you could do something like that. This will go up, this will go down, that will go that way faster. These guys can go up and down faster there. They have to go back and forth through there. Just small little optimizations. And then we're to save this ship now. So we can put it in Discord and you can look at the difference. Didn't do a huge amount of changes, but small amount of optimizations here and there, and you'll see that it speeds it up a lot more. People can go down, people can go up in this small space here. This will speed this up a little bit, even though you have doors, see how people can come in and out. And now they can quickly rush, and they can resupply. This is still an issue. This is going to need an up. I want this to be up. Take away the double. This to be up. And this to be down. Maybe it can be a full down actually. And then this one can be down. That's an up. This is down. That'll help with just tiny. And then right here, you see right here, they're all going up. So this can be an up. These can be a down. If they even use it, I don't even think they're using it. Oh, did I put that the wrong direction? This should be up. There we go. Okay. Repair all, save it. Save the ship. Alright, you can send me the optimized versions via Discord and I'll add them to the drive. We lost the overview of which version was optimized by whom. Well, after we made it appear, there was a good engine room is essential. Yeah, we'll go back. I just need to know who made what. I know Joseph put them there, but I just who made what. Anyways, the small little optimization. See the small little changes? Should make it better. Should, but who knows? This thing does tons of damage to itself too. We didn't increase any defense. This is a problem right here. You see how there's nobody up here to support the shields. So once these go down, see how long they stay down? A little too long. I'll order them in 2 folders, don't worry. I know you know who did what. Well, more things to look at, more things to optimize. We'll move on to the next ship. We got a flinger ship. What's a flinger ship? Flinger ship. Alright, there's no defense on the front. Well, I like the point defenses. I mean, I guess it's stopping with the point defenses, but you have no other defenses on the front of the ship. See, once it's down, it's down. What does RG stands for? Also not purpose, but passenger maskets. I agree with you there. So I think that the middle railgun is also a kind of weak point, since it doesn't have as much range as the others, and it's also not properly supplied with energy. Okay, I see the missiles on the back actually add a cool dynamic to this ship. That's an interesting turtle tipper. It's painted interestingly. It looks interesting. It is interesting. There's no defense on it because you see right here, once if something gets through, the whole thing can go boom. Or not the whole thing, but at least one of them. I mean, it's still. I think this is a great supporting ship, right? Like if you were to add in a bunch of other ships, right? You added one of these, and then you added in that flinger again. Hold on, I was actually supposed to do it this way. So you added one of these right here, and then you added a flinger. Where is it? October. Do 2 flingers. It is a glass cannon. I mean, it's 30 crew glass cannon, like tiny little. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, rotated it weird. You see how slow it moves? It's kind of a cool little tiny ship, though. But you can see how it's like give me a cool supporting ship. It's a neat little supporter. A glass cannon supporter. You had a bunch of these because they're cheap. You can press backspace to reset the angle. Backspace. Thank you. I've always wondered. So if I turn like this, you hit backspace, it'll take me right back. So that's a new. That's neat. I like it. Thank you for that, Josep. Let's add another ship in. Let's bring in his last one. Pantera. Or you click the red arrow on the minimap. There's a red arrow? Hold on. What? There is! Oh, there's a red arrow. Okay, so here you see this red arrow. You can click this. It'll rotate you back too as well. Backspace is the red arrow. This one kind of feels almost like a glass cannon too. And the reason why I say it's a glass cannon is it's got 4 cannons on it. But if I were to come over here to my ships and I were to take my 4 cannon, look at the difference. This one costs more, has more crew. But look at this one. You do have all these shields and everything on it. But you see how it doesn't have nowhere near as much protection? My 4 cannons are still going, and his is already blown to pieces. Mine costs less, but has way more protection, right? Look at the difference. 939, 120. Mine only 104 crew, and it costs less. But because of how this is designed, you see how this one can win 100% of the time? And that's just because of how it's designed with more armor and the shields and how everything's placed. So there's a big, huge difference between that. Like, even if you were to take 2 of these Panteras, I think the 2 Panteras would still even have a hard time versus it. October. But I like the idea, I like the concept. But you can see you don't have enough armor. Lots of shields, but that's not going to matter if somebody has disruptors. I guess the angles if you have 2 of them. Because that's 8 cannons versus only 4 cannons. And then my weak point is from the side. This is true. But on a front-to-front base, and you can see right here, it still took out 1 versus 2. So you shouldn't have lost any ships. Too many reactors on the inside. I agree. What are all these reactors here? Just like Hosep said, there's a reactor here, reactor here, reactor here, and I bet there's no dedications. Yeah, nobody's dedicated there, and then these are... Why do you have the big reactors only supporting the back engines, not the front of the ship? Yeah, and not only just like how Hosep said, not only is it the reactors cause the explosion, the cannons can also explode too because they have ammo in them. But the chain reaction to the reactor will explode and take other things out. So you don't need this many reactors. If anything, you take the reactors away from the front and leave it to the back, and they could just add walkways so that the speed can actually increase it. Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be fixed with it. Like, I would take out these reactors in the... I'll just show you, right? Instead of explaining whenever you come in here, turtle tipper. You take out these reactors, right? And you add in walkways and allow the reactors in the back. Like, you don't even need a lot of these smaller reactors. If you optimize this a lot more and add the large reactors a little bit closer to the middle and then added walkways to it, they could supply this and still add a ton more protection. You can test the interaction with a self-destruct weapon. What is a self-destruct weapon? Where's that? What button self-destruct? Oh, here's self-destruct. Destroy. Oh, that's a neat feature. I never thought of doing that. Oh, look at that. Look at how this takes out all that. So if this reactor goes, this takes out all of this with it. Oh, wow. I never even thought of doing that. Let me start this thing. So what happens if he loses a cannon? Self-destruct. Okay, you see that? One cannon takes out the whole ship. If you blow up this cannon here, the whole ship goes. I don't know, there's a lot to that. I'm actually interested in my weak points now. If I were to lose this, which I know I do, how much does this take out? See, if I lose this one cannon, I only lose just that cannon. Run with armor would be better, I think. Replace the shields with armor. It'd add more weight. But I can agree with that. Like these frontal shields, some of them. Or instead of a large shield, layer stack them with smaller shields. So I'm actually liking Pastor Damascus' idea. The larger shields are huge targets. Meaning, that's what the AI is trying to shoot at. See, I added smaller end shields in here and did it properly. I think that would work better. Now, that would be my own personal opinion. Let's go back over here. Okay, so there's Unexcited and Zon Schools. I don't know how many ships Unexcited had, but let's save that one for a little bit later. Let's go to Zon School, because I know Zon School's here and he's waiting. Let's go here. Let's add in another ship. Let's take Zon School's ship. What is this? What is the name of it? Did it load in or not? There it is. First ion ship. It's kind of dark. I didn't notice it. It looks like kind of a PvP. It is a PvP ramming ship. It's a PvP ramming drill ship. How much does this thing cost? 1,400,000? I don't know, but here's a test. I know it's not the same cost, but I'm wondering about your weak points in the back. If these missiles can catch up and actually hit from the back, which they will, you see that right there? You see how missiles can like devastate it from the back? And there's your weak point right there in the back. You, in theory, should have won, but you only took out half this ship. And this ship lost because you have no missile protection or anything in the back. Yes, I know it's a little bit more, but we're mainly just showcasing if missiles hit you from the back, then your ship's gone. See right here? The missiles get you from the back, which they will if anybody does a missile ship. Right? But sometimes you'll win without it. But that is a weak point. There's no protection in the back. That's all it needs is some protection in the back. I like the front, I like the side, I like how it rams into it. You don't even need protection, like any other protection besides just armor, like you're thinking. I don't know, something to think about. Yeah, adding armor in the back will definitely give it a little bit boost. Come over to October. Let's pull in this one. What is this? Nuka Maxima? This is a cheap nuking ship. Yeah, it's a cheap nuke ship. Instead of the boosters there, why not have the boosters on the outside? I don't know, just a thought. I guess the layer stacking the shields protects it against a nuke from the front. Somewhat. I like the protection. If you tested it versus each other, you see how the bigger shield stops the nuke from actually hitting? That's actually impressive. I didn't think that the bigger shield would stop even some of the nukes, but it does. Yeah, it doesn't take out the whole ship. I don't know why you guys are not grabbing fire extinguishers, but I'm guessing it's because of dedication. See how the fire's still burning and nobody's grabbing any fire extinguishers? Unless none of your crew is assigned fire extinguisher. There's another issue right there. You see all those fires? And nobody's grabbing a fire extinguisher. That's cool. So your fires will end up destroying you. Yeah, they ran into the fire instead of actually. What is this? Yellow crew? Ammo supply? Your ammo supply should probably be. You need fire extinguisher. That's all you need. You just need fire extinguisher. You have 3 fire extinguishers, but if nobody's assigned to do fire extinguisher, and the fires will burn and they'll never grab one. Oh well, that's the only thing I saw on that one. And then it blows up. Oh well, cool. Those are those 2 ships. I'm excited. He's got these cool painted ships. I don't even know who painted what. There's been so much chat in Discord, I have no idea who did what. I haven't even read it all. Alright, whole sip. Let's see what you got here. Either way, let's look on the outside. This reminds me of like a big purple bug thing. Like, it reminds me of some kind of insect. Just like the carpus on it. Kianan? I don't know what that means. Oh, this is unexcited? Hold on. Sorry. This is unexcited. Okay, this is not whole sip. This is unexcited. Sorry, I'm mixing up the two people. This is unexcited sip. Kaunan. What does Kaunan stand for? Kaunan. Either way, the painting and everything else on it. Germanic ruin. How much does it cost? 752? I guarantee as a railgun ship, if flown properly, you'd easily be able to take out a ship like this with this one. Because it's got double rails right this, and you see how this protection. I love this layer stacking of armor. Look at this. Armor, 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 armor. It makes it look like this really cool, neat bug. Not meant to fly alone. Well, even if it was flying alone, look at its speed. It's able to outfly and do good damage. It's a good supporting ship. I can see it as a supporting ship. Again, I love your armor stack. Look at this. It takes a long time for someone to even fight through this. And your rails didn't go the first ones to go down, so... The other one is the original. Oh, here's the original. Let's look at the original. Original versus enhanced one. 608 to 752. 78 crew. Again, it looks like a cute little bug. But look at the paint, like, it even has words on it. What is this? Unexcited, unexcited. That's neat. I like the back too as well. The AR targeted the disruptors first. Or were they just? I don't even remember what was on the side, but I just remember disruptors. Are there disruptors and generators? Either way, you have. Okay, so that's what they're targeting this. The shields and their small reactors. But you have them subjugated enough so that even if this blows up, that's the first target. I agree. Very nice paint job. Very, very nice. And then I love all his walkways. So other people that, if the other people that had their ships in here are watching this, look at Unexcited ship. Look how he's able to constantly near a fire, except when he lost this section. So you see this right here? There's a downfall. So you see the small reactor right here? You probably should either move the small reactor a little bit further out. So if you lose a small reactor, you don't lose this, because you can see right here, this rail can't fire anymore once you lost this. So if this got moved out just a tiny bit more spaces, so that when you came over here and you did the control, click on it, and you did the self-destruct, if this blows up, this doesn't take out just that 2 walkways, so that this railgun can keep firing. That's my only suggestion there to fix that. Yeah, probably didn't work good, but you can see right here, now your rails are not shooting anymore. Or even adding it so that the door's on the inside, so moving these up, these shields up, because you have a reactor right here, and the reactor can supply on this side. So I know it would destroy the whole paint job and everything, but if this were to move up, and then you added a door here and a door here, you just added a door here and added a door here by moving this one tile up. So if you move this 1 tile up, just like that, you could even move this up too if you wanted, whatever you want to do. This would change it. And see right here, even though those are down like that, You probably have to rechange dedications here. But then even if you lost this, right? You lost this, you still have a way to supply it from here. From these doors. You just have to change dedication here to be able to supply this. I don't know, thought process. But you can see right here, once you lose that, then these two doors become unavailable and the rail stops firing. So, something to think about there. Let's move on to another ship. Micro starter. Oh, another starter ship. Let's take a look at this. One laser, one structure, and paint design. I never thought of doing the armor like that, but that looks cool. This is a cool design. I like this concept. This adds a protection for the booster still. Now the thing about the starter is there's no storage. You're missing a storage system to be able to haul back loot to the actual space station. So, something to think about there. At least I would suggest. Yeah, it looks like a firelight. It looks pretty cool. I agree with you. Looks like a firefly. It looks pretty cool. Let's move on to the next ship. Or is it, I don't know, is it another micro starter? Add a ship in. I really like how we learned this. Add these things in like this. Let's do a micro starter and we'll face it versus the other one. I know what S plus stands for. Oh, plus storage maybe? Yeah, you already fixed it. You added a storage right here. Micro storage with has storage. You already addressed my concern. So yeah, that would be a starter. It's a cool starter ship. Has thrust back, has thrust forward. It's pretty neat. It's a cute little starter. I like it. Alright, take another ship. I think this is the last ship from Unexcited. Another micro starter ship? What is this? I think this one was just made for fun. Okay, yep, definitely a micro starter. How much does this thing cost? 40,900. Yeah, this is a cool ship to fly around with. Yeah, this is a cool tiny little ship to fly around with. Alright, unexcited painted shell. Oh, okay, here's the painted ones. Okay, Shell is Hosep. I keep forgetting. I know you named him Shell, but I call him Hosep. So if you could change it to Hosep or something, and then I would remember. Otherwise, I'm going to think of Shell, and I'm like, who's Shell? I believe this is the painted version. So for those that came in and said that this ship was very cool, here is the painted version of it. Downfall, your downfall. Burn. Okay, hold on. We need to rotate this. What does it say? Your downfall. Burn, baby. All right, let's rotate it this way and look at it this way. He's got shell and shell. Beautifully painted. Even these, he painted on top of the actual. Should submit this to the developer, man. Downfall ship. This is a cool ship. Kid you not. That's a cool ship. Alright, we'll hit the backspace button where we rotate it back. And then watch it as it actually fires in full with the paint job. Beautifully painted there. Great teamwork there on Excited and Hellsip. And even the middle, I mean, with these things right here, I don't remember what they're called. The chain guns? Okay, so the chain guns, with it firing down, so when they actually go out and they fire, it gives this cool fluctuate. I mean, it already has a cool fluctuating ability in the middle. But it's such a cool ship. Especially with the shields in the middle. I mean, this block square shields in the middle. Such a cool. And optimized right here, you see how the shields are literally constantly going. So even though they fire through here, these shields are still helping to protect everything. It's literally snailmating itself, even though it's literally shooting down the middle. Look at that. Cool ship. And nice paint design. Alright, we've looked at that one. We've seen what it can do. Let's add in another ship. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is that mini. This is the finished mini painted one. This is that sniper one, which somehow I think Unexcited them collaborated and said, this looks like a butterfly, which it kind of does. Doesn't it look like a butterfly? This little supporting ship looks like a butterfly. I think anyways. I don't know what people think of it, but it looks like a butterfly to me. It even has the EMP missiles. It's a great supporting ship. And the EMP missiles are guarded behind all of that. But look how fast it turned. That's a cool, cute little ship. A supporting railgun that has decent amount of shields. See how these walkways, so again, for those that are Turtle Tipper and the other person, I can't remember his name. Why can't I remember his name? It's in here. Pastor Damascus. Look at how this is designed. You see how there's walkways? That's important. And then literally having the power plants near the middle, so the walkways can supply wherever they need to supply and go to. So there's a point of indication. These smaller ones are just back here to support the engine rooms only. But he has these so that the walkways increase the speed, so you need less crew and less space to do what you need to do, which is the walkway supporting it. And then he has tons of boosters because you see how much movement it has? Gives it so much more ability. Anyways, Unexcited paint. I think that was the last one in there. Let's go look at Zonsko stuff. Okay. One last ship in here that I have in the folder, and then we'll go back to Discord and see what people we missed. Where's this one? Model CAB. A. Alright, let's rotate this a little bit. Zonsko, it has a mining on it. Reminds me of like a scarab. I don't know, scarab colors to me. Looks like a bug, scarab beetle. I don't know if that was what you were planning to do, but it's got 2 cannons, it's got all these other things in it. I'm wondering about this point defense on the inside. See this point defense on the inside? With this little tiny bit of armor, this one will rarely shoot unless being shot at from the side. If you moved it out just one time, well I guess no, because there's boosters there. What if you were to reverse that? If this were to go here, then you would take it with 1 piece of armor. So if this were to go here, and this were to go here, right? This there, and this right here. And then get rid of this. What would that do? I know I took away a little bit of armor, but this protects that booster for backwards, and now your point defenses, both of them can fire. Now you still get interrupted with a little piece of armor there, but with both point defenses firing, you'll stand an actual better chance because you see how we're taking out, we're able to take out a lot of the cannon fire. Now you're having power issues for the point defenses, but in theory, it should have did a little bit better. Should have been actually doing better at two different things though. But then at least you're not losing your boosters backwards. So you're not moving your movement with this in there. So that's just an idea. You can take it or leave it as you want, on school. But that would be my suggestion. That way the point defenses are actually firing out. Now it changes armor just a tiny bit maybe. In some way. Because if you were to change this instead of that piece like that, if you were to change this instead for armor, take a 2 armor piece like this, no, it still hits that point. You see how it's still hitting that point? So instead, if we reversed it like this, no, I'm not thinking wrong. What am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. I need to reverse flip it. No, that still won't work. I don't know. Not thinking right. The piece just doesn't work the way I want it to work. A wedge? Am I thinking this? Well, even still, it doesn't do... Because I still want the armor protection there, but I wanted it to be... I don't know what I'm thinking. I wanted it to be... I don't know what I wanted it to be, but obviously not that. And see how you lost your back thruster there? This one hasn't lost it yet. Maybe a Mar triangle? Mar triangle? Mar triangle? Maybe the smaller ones. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. Armor triangle. Okay. But even then, that's not enough defense for that. So this should actually be like a... No, that doesn't look nice. See how they'll still hit that edge. You see how it's still hitting the edge? I didn't want it to hit the edge at all. I don't want to make a change to it. I think it's fine the way it is, because it's performing. Just small minor things. Alright, let's move on to Discord. Let's see what we have in here. How many ships have we missed? 2? Alright, 2 ships we missed. Who made this first one? Who made this one? Before I go too much further, let me double check something real quick. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Who made this ship? Unnamed ship. The Railgun is Hoseps. Holy moly's, look at this thing. What? What is this beast? It's beast of burden. I'm rotating back and forth and firing. Wow. Look how much speed this thing has. Alright, let's actually bring it in. Where is it? There it is.
Daddy,
Yes, kid?
the forward clock.
It is, isn't it?
My bed.
Your toilet's clogged in your bed. 4 cannons of... It's got a crazy amount of speed, and I like the point defenses you have in the front and the shields. That's cool. Okay, wait. I need to really here. Let's test this first. I guarantee your ship's gonna win, especially if it was being controlled because it has so much maneuverability. But I just want to see how well the point defenses handle against some missiles and other things, if it ever catches up. I look at the speed going backwards. Yeah, it's handling it like a champ. And if you were to self-control this ship, also this is the beautiful Railgun ship. Did they paint it? You even have point defenses on the back too. Yeah, even with self-fire, like so not even aiming fire, you still win versus this. Because you have so much maneuverability. That's nice. That's really nice. Alright. I can feel like if I were to fly this ship right here, this is a beautiful railgun ship. I would like to see what this ship does in PvP, honestly. Look at it. How would this ship do if you could fly it like an expert? And you could really do some crazy damage with it. Look at that, it has so much maneuverability. It didn't even come close. My other ship never even came close to even hurting it, really. I'm wondering why this is not supplied yet. I guess they're running around. But still, they constantly fire. You see how it's constantly firing? That's important. And even though he doesn't have walkways, he has his little generators to help it out. So, really cool, really neat. I like it. That's a cool railgun design there, holds up. Alright, last ship that I have here. Who made this last one? Rammer MK1? Rammer MK1. Rammer MK1. Pastor Damascus made this one. You don't have any ammo. There's no ammo in it. There's no ammo in the storage. I mean, it will fire without the ammo. Obviously, because there's ammo in the cannons, but you have no ammo here. What are you gonna do to that? There you go. My rammer gunset ship was made to help this ship. There we go. Pretty cool design, because you got these shields in the back and everything. But here's a cause for concern. I see fires. Well, obviously fire's not gonna last that long. Okay, you do have fire extinguishers there. That's cool. Yes, kid? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna come look with you and we'll go pretend clog toilet, okay, after. So, I think this is a good place to stop it. So, if you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button. It helps me out a lot, helps out the channel, helps to push out this content to other people. If you would like, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like, especially what you don't like, so I can improve and make better content. If you have not already, please feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month, check out what content I have, and or come back daily because I am streaming daily. Please be aware that I am streaming multiple different games, playing multiple different games. And so thank you also for supporting me. Thank you all for being here. And you all have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll catch you all in the next episode. Thank you again. And thank you, Unexcited, for putting all the files in the folder. So I'll have a good one. All right, catch you all next time.